I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. Augusta releases tomorrow, and you have probably seen many videos with many different takes, and a lot of yappers and gaslighters on Twitter are being unleashed. And I think it is time to make a proper video to break down the character, its kit, the meta, and mostly put back in context why Augusta by herself is not only relevant, but a very good pick to build your account. Hi everyone, I'm Psycho75, and in this video I hope I will give you enough info and tips to make the good choices. First, let's begin with the context and the meta. When Weathering Waves released, the team composition model revolved around one support, providing healing and general damage amplification for all team, a sub DPS with a middle range tier damage output who was primarily useful for its outro buffing a main DPS doing his job and go back to square one. To say it simply, a hyper carry comp. The problem of hyper carry, as its name is, 80 to 90% of the damage revolves on his ability to keep up with his environment. The problem appears when his damage value or its game style doesn't fit the environment. So if you invested everything on a hyper carry comp with a carry who doesn't carry anymore, you will have to pray that the two other units will be able to serve in another team. Some people might say, what about Carlota? Same for her. The moment she will not enough by herself, JJ and Shorekeeper will have to be useful somewhere else. What we observe is that Kuro games tends to release characters okay by themselves, but able to bring something on the table to other units also okay by themselves. Sort of, if something better comes, you don't need to abandon the whole comp, but slowly transition. Let's compare to HSR. What do you think will happen to Jiaoqiu, Fugue and Ranmei when Acheron and Firefly won't be able to do the job? Their relevance will decrease a lot, and you will pray that your Linksha and Sunday will fit in another comp. This is the issue of hyper carry, and Kuro is bringing us an alternative, which lead me to the second part, her kit. The kit is very simple, heavy attack damage dealer, but as you saw in recent character releases, her actual skill buff the next person too, and this is worth investing. If one day she's not enough as a main DPS, her Atro will serve a new one, but her relevance in your box will not decrease. And here is the huge part of her kit. She brings shield, which will allow you to play more aggressively and increase your DPS. Less dodge equal more unga bunga. And on top of that, a 15% all damage attribute buff to the next resonator. Yes, you heard me, a general buff, not negligible at all. It means, for example, if you have a basic attack fusion character, I take a random example, you will be sure he will have 15% basic attack increase and 15% fusion damage. Now let's talk about her weapon. Since few patches, weapons are a big part of the character release and totally fit the kit. Some people would say it's predatory, some would say it makes the units more future-proof. I personally think that compared to before, the character's kit power has evolved positively. It's not like if a part of the kit or damage input was gated behind the weapon. If you compare 1.x character kit, buff and multipliers with 2.x characters, the kits are way more powerful. The weapon buff is now way more targeted toward the unit kit and how it was intended to be played, and I agree on that. But new units are still more powerful by themselves. In this particular case, the attack value is huge. Crit rate is meh, but balanced when you have 675 attack provided. And you have a general attack buff of 12% plus heavy attack buff. So this weapon is, in my opinion, kind of a string master of its own. In the hand of Yinlin it shines, but it provides non-negligible buff to everyone else. Yup, for me, Augusta's weapon is a great stat stick. Verdict: is Augusta worth the pull? Yes. Her weapon? If you can, yes. If you can't, have to save, or don't have enough Broadblade users to benefit from it, you don't especially need to commit. Augusta's kit and damage output is not gated by having it or not. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. All my social links are in the description, and as usual, take care of yourself and your finance. Peace.